Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this awesome, yet kinda weird, modern sphere house. So, basically what we have here is this big, giant 3D circle, otherwise known as a sphere, and I've kind of made a modern house that resembles the shape of one. I've used all different colors. The house is actually quite functional, and I put a nice little trim around the middle of it, so that we would actually be able to have a couple of balconies. Let me show you the inside of this before I show you how to make it, because it's actually really cool. So you can just crack open the front of the sphere and you can add a little stair here, and you'll see that inside it's actually not too bad. I mean, you've got plenty of room to put stuff. You can have a really cool layout. Everything kind of has to be split into four, but I really like it. And upstairs you can see that we have pretty much everything that we could possibly need in here. It might not be the most ideal survival house, but it's definitely a really cool house to build. And you can make it out of all sorts of different colors if you want to. So if you enjoyed this build, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. And if you do enjoy the content, please do consider subscribing to the channel. And that's pretty much everything. If you want to make it, I think I can help you out with that. So if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some block of quartz, some quartz slabs, some light grey concrete, light blue concrete, lime concrete, red concrete, yellow concrete, light blue glass, lime glass, red glass, and some yellow glass. If you want to make this out of different colors, simply grab the different colors and the glass that corresponds with them. So, i.e., if you grab purple, get some purple glass as well. Up to you. So, once you have all your stuff and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'm going to be making mine right here. Well, we're going to start off with the very bottom center part of this house. A single quartz block. This is going to be the center of it all. We're going to go left of this block by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 3 upper left diagonals. That's 1, 2, 3. We then want to go up by 2. 1, 2. Place a light grey concrete, then go up by 3, 1, 2, 3, do 3 upper right diagonals, 1, 2, 3, then go right by 6, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do 3 bottom right diagonals, 1, 2, 3, then go down by 2, 1, 2, place a light grey concrete, and continue going down by 3, 1, 2, and 3. Then do 3 bottom left diagonals, 1, 2, 3, connect back to where you first started. So what we want to have is essentially a simple circle. Now once you have that simple circle, we can move on to the next bit. So what we want to do is we want to take that very first block that we started off with, which is this one, all the way down at the bottom center of the build, and we want to extend this block forwards towards us by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then if you look at it sideways, you want to do 3 upper right diagonals. 1, 2, 3. And we want to go up by 2. 1, 2. Place a light grey concrete. Go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Do 3 upper left diagonals. That's 1, 2, 3. And connect to the center. Move through the center block and place 3 block of quartz, 1, 2, 3. Do 3 bottom right diagonals coming out of the back of the build, 1, 2, 3. Go down by 2, 1, 2. Go down by 1 the light grey concrete. Down by 3, 1, 2, 3. Do 3 bottom left diagonals coming towards the center, that's 1, 2, 3. And connect to the center. So what we want to have should look like this. And the way that we're going to tie this all together is we're going to connect each side together. So let me show you how we're going to do it, right? We're going to take every single light grey concrete and we're going to extend those concretes outwards each by 3. That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, like this. And then you should be able to connect them with 2 diagonals meeting in the middle. So like that, right? And it's every single side. So you want to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 diagonals to meet in the middle. Same on the opposite sides. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a couple of diagonals right in between to connect everything together. And last one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a couple of diagonals to connect in the middle, like this. And you might want to fill the middle in. So I'm going to be filling the middle of this in using block of quartz. You can very easily use some quartz slab if you want to gain a little bit of height, although you won't benefit from that very much, and you will also run into a couple of problems when you start playing with glass and such. I'll explain in a second once I've finished filling in this middle part. So I'm just going to fill in this middle bit all with block of quartz, and then we can discuss the color system. So what we want to have so far should look like that, looking quite good. So now we have to fill this in with color. It's actually a very simple process indeed. So what we'd basically do, pick a color, any color, one of your 4. I'm going to use red first of all because it's my favorite color. You have 8 sides to fill in. You have 8 sides, and the way that you do it is you use your red concrete, and you basically 1 row outwards yet inwards in relation to the 8 sections of quartz. You want to place your color like this. So if this makes sense, you want to place your color inside yet outside of your actual side. So we have red concrete here, right? And usually I would place red concrete underneath, but I'm going to try something new, okay? So on my original, I had just 1/4 red, 1/4 yellow, 1/4, etc. You guys get the idea. But this time what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try different colors on different quarters. So I'm going to have green mixed with red here. Now this might look horrible, but we're going to find out. So we're going to have the red and the green, and that doesn't look too bad actually. Let's move to the other side, and we want to do a similar sort of thing. So up here we're going to have yellow. I'm going to place yellow, and again guys, it's the same sort of thing every time, right? So you'll place your yellow the same way that you placed your red, and you'll place your green the same way as you place your blue, etc, etc. It's just inside of the lines of quartz, and you just want to be outwards yet inwards. It's much easier to kind of show you rather than actually explain it, because it is a bit of a tricky concept, I suppose. But we just want to fill in all of these colors. So this side is blue and yellow, and I kind of like it because when you look at it from the front, you actually have 4 separate colors. That's kind of awesome. So why don't we move to the back now, and why don't we flip things a bit? So on the back, I'm going to place a blue in this corner, because blue is on the opposite and underside to the red. So, I mean, equally so, we could simply just choose 4 new colors. So we could have, I don't know, purple, pink. I've run out of colors, but you guys get the... I've run out of colors, I don't know more than that. But you guys get the idea. So I'm running out of colors that I like. I guess there's pink, purple, orange. That's pretty nice. And I could use... Then I'm actually out of colors that I like, because then you're just left with grays and browns and black, and I want it colorful. I don't want it I want this thing colorful. I don't really want to use white and black and gray and stuff and brown's never been a good color for anything other than like survival builds and stuff. There's no need for that. So yeah, this is actually shaping up really nicely. We've just got the lime. We're basically just placing what is opposite diagonally to the colors that we're placing. And once we've got all of our colors in, and I love this. This is actually really fun. It actually looks better like this. And once we've got all of our colors in, yeah, it's time to add glass. So let's add glass to this. So I'm going to put all my glass away, and I'm going to grab it out, so I've only got the glass. The way that we do it is very, very simple, alright? So the way that you would do it is, you've got 2 options, by the way. On the second floor, you can either have a balcony or you can not have a balcony. If you want a balcony, then you just use your glass to create an angle. So you basically place glass just immediately underneath where you have your color, like this. So if you want a balcony, you place it like that, and then you open up these 4 middle blocks to create an entrance out onto the balcony. So that's what you do for a side that has a balcony, but if we come to the back here and we take out our blue glass, this is what you do otherwise. So first of all, you connect the blue at the bottom diagonally, like this, and then you add 2 more levels on top, 1 and 2, and then you add a layer of blue glass inwards, like this. And then you just stick 1 in the center, and that is how you fill in a side that you don't want to use as a balcony. Very simple stuff. So like the green side, for instance, you connect it together at the bottom, add 2 more rows on top. Then you simply want to add some more green glass in 2 rows, 1 that has 2 and 1 that has 1 to cover up all of the empty space. So if we come to the front here, I'm going to have another balcony on this yellow side. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to connect them together at a right angle like this, and then that will allow us to actually use the space later on. So if we want to have a farm out here, for example, or something else, then that is what we'll then be able to do with it. So that is what the side looks like. That is what the top side looks like once it's all done, once you've added in some balconies and stuff. And the bottom's very similar. So if you just reverse it on the bottom where we have this green bit, for instance, we connect them together diagonally, we add 2 rows coming down, and then we add just a row of 2 greens and then 1 in the center. It's really easy. And then if we come to this side, we have the blue side, and we're just going to, once again, we connect everything together diagonally. We come down to 3 rows, and then we shrink it once again, and then we stick 1 in the middle. Very simple stuff. And then we come down to this side. Where is this? A red side, and we once again, it's the same thing every time, guys. I'm sure that you'll manage this no problem. The entire goal of this, you can even do it in different ways if you want. The entire goal is to simply not have any holes in our sphere. That's all it is. We don't want to have any holes in it. That's the entire point. So we're just going to add this in, that in the center. That's perfect. And that will leave us with something that should look exactly like that, which isn't quite done. So to finish this off, we're just going to grab some quartz slab, and we're going to place a layer of quartz slab that goes around the top of the grey concrete. So it goes all the way around the top of the grey concrete like this, right? The quartz slab. It doesn't connect at the corners, and it goes all the way around the top like this. So it also creates a little bit of a ledge, and it is also going to go all the way around the bottom too. So not only will it go all the way around the top, but it will also go all the way around the bottom of the grey concrete, and that is going to create, it's just going to make it look even a little bit more futuristic. So like that's it going around the top, which looks great, but it doesn't look right because we've not placed the quartz slab going all the way around the bottom of it. It just makes it look a bit more futuristic, honestly. I don't know why. It kind of reminds me of the filling from an Oreo, despite the fact that it's grey. I hope they don't make any grey Oreos, because I can't imagine how that would taste. Probably not great. Anyway, it makes it look a little bit more futuristic. It kind of puts a nice trim on it. It turns it from what is essentially just a ball into something that is just a little bit better planned out, a little bit neater, a little bit nicer. So we want to have something which should look like that, and that is the finished house. When it comes to the interior, the way that I did it was I simply knocked into the bottom center part of the build like this, and I just created a little bit of a step, and this is where I built all of the internal stuff. And the way that I get to the second story of this is I knocked a hole in the back center part of this, and I basically just built a set of ladders coming all the way up to the second story, of which you have access to the balconies and all of the other internals of the ball, of the sphere, of the whatever you wanna call this. I guess a modern ball house is actually a little bit better than a modern sphere house. It actually kind of sounds a little bit silly, but I really like it. And I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this build as well, because it's kind of like a little fun one. It's I've made some like shape-related modern houses before, and you guys have always enjoyed them. So I thought that I'd make like a sphere house, a ball house. It looks really cool from this angle. I really like it. Anyway, if you guys have enjoyed the video, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. I honestly would. If you do hit that like, I'd really appreciate it. And if you do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. If you subscribe, click the little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. Please also leave a comment down below letting me know what you want to see next, and if you do want to check out any more of my content that isn't just this sort of silly stuff, you can see that we've got a lot of stuff built around in the background. Check out the card system and the description below. Thank you so much for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.